All right, so example 24 is also another example that is related to our daily life situations. In this example, it's about buying a computer. As you know, for example, in Singapore, in Malaysia, now this is dropped. You don't have to pay GST after they have new prime minister. He promised not to charge any GST. Before also Malaysia, they have GST 6%. In Thailand also around 6 or 5%. In Singapore, it is 5%. So if you just go to the any shop and you buy something, all right, you need to pay GST. That is the tax, goods and services tax. Okay, that is actually additional tax. Of course, if you're importing something from outside, you need to pay custom tax, and you are selling this, you need to pay, what is it, profit tax or income tax, right? And also plus you need to pay this goods and services tax. Anyway, but assume that you are in Singapore and you are buying a computer. It says that Mr. Chen went to a computer shop to buy a personal computer. All right. He was offered a 20% discount. Okay. So a 5% GST should be levied on the discounted price, right? Because whatever you are paying, so you pay the GST on the selling price. However, the new shop assistant made a mistake by levying the 5% GST on the price before discount. As a result of the shop assistant's mistake, find out if Mr. Chen paid more than he should. B, by how much more or less the shop allocated for GST. Okay, we have two questions. Number 1A. Now, how much does this computer cost? We don't know. So let this X be the price of the computer before discounts. Okay. So in the first case, it says that if Mr. Chen paid more than he should, right? So before, in the first case, he says that however, the new shop assistant made a mistake by levying that 5% GST on the price before discount. All right. So what he's going to pay here is, let's say, selling price or buying price here, right? Actually, the shop offers 20% discount. So that means that after 20% discount, he's paying only 80% of X dollars. Plus, now he has to pay GST, the tax, right? This goes to the shop and tax goes to the tax department. Now it is 5%, so that is 5% of what? Actually, this guy, the shop assistant, was supposed to charge this GST on this price, but by a mistake, actually imposed on this or levied on this. So that is, here we have X, right? X is the price of the computer. So here we have 0.8X plus here we have 0.05X, which is equal to, X is a common factor, and here we have 0.8 plus 0.05, that's equal to 0.85, right? So here 0.85X. All right. So total bill we have to pay is this much. Like, for example, if the price of the PC is $1,000, then you are paying here $850, right? $800 actually is the price of the computer, and $50 that is GST, right? Now B, it says that if Mr. Chen paid more than he should, right? So that is the first case here. Actually, he was supposed to pay, let me just write here, SP1, here we have SP2, selling price 2. Now he was already offered 20% discount, right? So actually he's paying this much. Plus, now the shop assistant should have levied that GST on this price. That is here 80% of X dollars, because this guy is paying this amount of money for the computer, right? That is the correct one. This is wrong, incorrect. So if we calculate this now, then we can find the difference. Here, this thing is 0.8x plus this thing is 0.05, right? And how about this one? Times this one is 0.8, and here we have x. Now just take this x out and evaluate this, what we have here. Here we have 0.8 plus 0.05 times 0.8. That's equal to 0.84x. Actually, he was supposed to pay this amount altogether. But because of this mistake, he was charged this much, right? So if Mr. Chen paid more than he should, okay? Did he pay more? Yes, because 0.85 is more than 0.84, right? So actually he paid more. In question B, it says by how much more or less the shop allocated for GST. So we need to find the difference. So the difference is equal to 0.85x minus 0.84x, which is equal to 0.01x. What is it? Actually, it is 1% of x, right? So actually, he charged 1% more of this price. Okay, that is how we solve this problem. Now, if you are given exact price, also we can show exactly here. For example, let's say the price of the computer PC is $1,000. If here, let me change marker color. If this one is assumed at $1,000, then here we will have $850, and here we will have how much? $840, right? And here the difference will be 1,000 times 0.01. That will be how much? It is, difference is 1,000. It is 100. It is 0.85. All right. And 0.84 minus 0.01 x. So that is, okay, here if it is 10, middle, 840, all right. The difference is 0.85 minus 0.84, so that is 0.01. Okay, that's equal to how much? 10, right? Because this one 0.01 times $1,000, because we assume that the price of the PC is $1,000, which is equal to $10, or 850 minus 840, that is $10. Okay. Depending on the price of the computer, it may change. All right. Next example. This is also another example related to our daily life situations. It says that here in this problem, Peter and Paul, two friends, maybe two brothers, were given the same amount of pocket money last year. Okay, maybe their parents, they give some pocket money. They said, Peter, this is your pocket money. Paul, this is your pocket money. Maybe these guys are twins. So you're going to use this for the whole year, okay? So they get their annual pocket money from their parents. And it says that when Peter had spent 2/3 of his money and Paul had spent 3/4 of his money, there was a difference of $250 in the amount of money they had. Okay, so this guy, he already spent 2/3 of his money and 3/4 of his money. Now they count their money, how much they left, and the difference was 250. Given that Peter spent $200 per month, how much did Paul spend in each month? Okay, this is also a kind of problem related to finance, related to our daily life situations, money and everything, right? So I hope the question is clear. First, I'm going to draw a small table here. Here, Peter and Paul, and spend and remainder. How much left after they spend some money? Okay, and assume that at the beginning of last year, Peter got X dollars from his parents, and also Paul got X dollars from their parents, the pocket money for the whole year. Okay, so after a few months, all right, we don't know how many months passed. We know that 2/3 of his money was spent for Peter. So here he spent 2/3 of his money. Okay, 2/3 of his money. And how about Paul? Paul has spent 3/4 of his money. Now, guys, here, if Peter spent 2/3 of his money, how much left here? It is 1/3x, right? Because together, spend and remainder, it must be equal to x. 2/3x plus 1/3x is equal to x. How about for Paul? He spent 3/4 of his money. So here, how much left? 1/4 of his money, right? And in the question, it says that there was a difference of $250 in the amount of money they had, right? Now they had means how much they have now. They have this much. Peter has this much, and Paul has this much, right? So the difference is the first step. The second step is the difference. Which one is greater? This one is greater, right? So that is 1/3x minus 1/4x. The difference is $250. So if you calculate here, we can find x, it's just a linear equation. 4x minus 3x, that is x over 12, that's equal to 250. From here, x is equal to $3,000. That means that each guy received $3,000 from their parents as a pocket money for their whole academic year or 12 months. Okay, now we know the value of x. Now, what is the question? It says that number 3, given that Peter spent $200 per month, how much did Paul spend in each month? Okay, given that Peter, so this one is Peter, right? He spent $200 per month. The question is, how about the Paul? He spent how much? Let's say it is N dollars per month. All right, so we are going to find this one. Since Peter spent $200 per month, now how much did he spend? 2/3 of his money, right? So Peter spent 2/3 of X, which is equal to 2/3 of what is X? It is $3,000. It is $3,000, which is equal to 3,000 over 3 is 1,000. So that's equal to $2,000. So in several months, Peter spent $2,000. And also we know that each month he spent $200, right? So that means that in how many months he spent this much money. So actually to find the number of months, the total amount he spent, right? And each month, how much did he spend? 200. That's equal to 10. That means that this Peter spent this money in 10 months. And also Paul spent this much money, right? 3/4 of this X in 10 months. So now we can answer this the question, how much did Paul spend in each month? To find this N, number 4, to find this N, Paul spent how much money? This much money, right? It is 3/4 times X over how many months? 10. So it is 10. All right, this is the total amount he spent in how many months? If you just divide the total amount by the number of months, we will get the monthly expense of this guy. So that's equal to 3/4 times what is X? It is $3,000 over, it is 10, which is equal to, these two guys cancel out each other. And 3 times 300 is 900. 900 is divided by 4 is, how much is it? 225. That is the answer. So the Paul spent $225 each month. Okay, that means that actually he spent more than expected. He was supposed to spend maybe it was $3,000 in 12 months, $250, right? Actually, it's 250. All right, 12. So he spent anyway each month $225 average. Okay, let's example 25. We have one more question. Guys, if you have any question anytime, you may raise your hand, okay, or stop and ask. Since you're not saying anything, I assume that you understand everything. The last example of this chapter, guys, that much is enough. There are a lot of word problems, and I hope that you're solving as many as you can. That's the last example. But still, if you have any question anytime, you can ask your assistant teachers or you can ask me in Telegram, okay? But I will stop teaching about this chapter after this example. So example 26, Susan paid $4.32 for a number of stickers. Maybe Susan is a small girl, maybe she goes to kindergarten or primary school. Since for a number of stickers, these are just small stickers, as you know, is a kind of heart shape, moon shape, triangular shape, or some kind of funny or fancy shapes, right? That people, kids, they just stick on their drawer or wardrobe. It's kind of stickers, small stickers. If the price of a sticker was cheaper by 3 cents, she could get 12 more stickers for the same amount of money. How much did she pay for a sticker and how many stickers did she buy? Okay, so the question is, I think the question is clear. The question is, how much did she pay for a sticker? That is the first part, right? And how many stickers did she buy? How many stickers did she buy? All right, now assume that's how much did she pay for a sticker? Let's say for each sticker, she paid X dollars. But later I can change this to cents because the price is quite cheap. We better express this in cents. How many stickers? We don't know. Let's say she bought N stickers. Okay. So now here to do this one, she paid 4.32 for a number of stickers. So that is N times X dollars, right? For each, she paid X dollars and total amount is 4.32, right? And if the price of a sticker was cheaper by 3 cents, and this 3 cents, since actually all units are in US dollars, also we have to change this into US dollar, I mean, just dollar, 3 cents is equal to $0.03, right? So now she could get 12 more. If the price was cheaper, she could get 12 more, right? If the price was X minus 0.03. Okay. What is that music? Is it coming from you guys? It's nice. I like it, but just wondering whose music is it? So it is minus the same amount of money. Let me just write it with a dollar sign, 4.32, right? Because if price is cheaper, we can get more. If it is less, that means that the price is higher. So now we have two equations. We have to solve it together, right? That is the first step we have to take in solving this problem. The second step is now we need to solve the problem and answer the question. We have to find x, we have to find, the value of x and the value of n. So if you remove the brackets here, n times x, that is n x minus 0.03 n, right? Plus 12 times x, that is 12x, and 12 times minus 0.03, that is equal to how much? It is 0.36. So that thing is minus 0.36. That is equal to 4.32, right? And from here, we know that nx is equal to 4.33 and x equals 4.33. So we can just cancel out these two things. So one equation, two variables, we cannot solve this. So I need to express actually here, or is it eliminate one of the variables, right? From here, first let's try to find x. From here, I can find n in terms of x, that is 4.32 over x. Now, if I substitute here in the equation, what we have here? Here we have 12x. Okay, here we have 12x, the first thing. The second one is, all right, minus 0.03. What is n? N is times 4.32 over x, right? Plus a minus 0.36 is equal to 0. Okay, so that is 12x, 0.03 n equals 4.32 over x, right? And minus 0.36. These two things are gone, right? This is what we have. Anyway, now if I multiply both sides by x, here we have 12x squared, right? And here we have minus 0.36x. And if you multiply 0.03 by 4.32, that's equal to, here we have minus 0.1296. That's equal to 0. What is it? It's just quadratic equation. And solving this equation by using formula, I mean factorization, it's not easy, so directly we'll just use the formula. First we need to find the discriminant, right? That's equal to the solving part. Let me use blue here. All right, discriminant equals 0.36 squared minus minus plus, so it is plus 4 times 12 times 0.1296, which is equal to 0.36 squared and plus 48 times 0.1296, that's equal to something. So here we have 3969 over 625. Anyway, I'll just keep this answer here. So here we have x sub 1 equals minus b, that is 0.36 plus square root of delta over 2 times 12, right? 2 times 12. So I know this answer. So that is fraction 0.36 plus square root of answer over 24. That's equal to 3 over 25. 3 over 25, which is equal to 0.12, right? And x sub 2 equals the same thing, 0.36 minus square root of delta over 2 times 12, which is equal to, if you have a calculator, I don't have to key everything again. We just go and change plus into minus, right? And we get here, and that is actually, we can evaluate this. So this answer is less than 0. So this answer is rejected, because we are talking about the price of the sticker. So we do not use negative number for the price, right? So the answer is this. So if I know this x, right? So from here I can find n now. That is 4.32 over 0.12, which is equal to, how much is it? 432 is divided by 12. That's equal to 36. This one is 36. Okay. So the answer, dots, 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 x equals 12 cents, and a number of stickers she bought is 36. So she bought 36 stickers at 12 cents. That is the answer. Okay, that is all about this chapter, and other questions you'll practice yourself. If you did not understand or do not understand any question, and if your assistant teacher so cannot help, you can just drop me that question, and I will make another video, okay, and share it with you. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to close this and restart again. All right, I'll send a new link.